Hare Krishna Prabhu, are you ready, Prabhuji? Arjun Sakha Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today we are very glad and fortunate to have the association of His Grace Arjuna Sakha Prabhu, who will be sharing the nectar from Srimad Bhagavatam, canto number 5, chapter number 18, sloka number 16 and 17. Prabhuji, over to you.
Yeah, Prabhu, give me 1 minute, Prabhu. Let me find this verse.
Yeah, okay, Prabhuji.
Srimad Bhagavata, canto 5, chapter we are going for 18, Prabhu, and verse number 16 and 17. Okay, thank you everyone. So we go. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Gaurang, all glories to Shambhala Devotee. Am I audible, Prabhu, properly?
Yes, Prabhu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tado Jayat Muduraye Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangulangayate Girim Jatkrupatamaham Bande Sri Guru Dinatarine Shunyatam Shakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hrudayantasto Abhadrani Vidhunoti Surhutsutam Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shlokir Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is a lengthy verse, and we have 2 lines here. Slok Sankhya 16. Atiba Sulalita Gati Vilasha Vilashita Ruchira Asalesha Avalokaleelaya Kaschit Tattiva Sundara Bruhu Mandala Subhagabandanam Aravind Sriya Ramam Ramam Ramayan Indriyani Ramayate Atiba Sulalita Gati Bilash Bilashita Ruchira Asalesha Avalokaleelaya Kaschit Uttamavita Sundara Bhru Mandala Subhagabandan Aravind Sriya Ramam Ramayan Indriyani Ramayate. Verse number 17. Tadbhagavatam Mayamayam Rupam Paramam Samadhi Yogina Ramadivi Shambhatrashaya Rahastishu Prajapate Durutruvi Utpitaheshu Tat Vrattavavi Upate Idam Cha Udarati. Hare Krishna. Any Mataji, Prabhuji would like to read this verse, recite this verse?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Can you just share the...
Okay, let me see.
You want to recite, Mataji?
I'll recite.
Yes, Mataji. You can see the screen, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, this is 17. Let me go back to 16, Mataji.
Number of the shloka, Prabhu?
Yes, 16.
Srimad Bhagavatam 5.18.16. Ativa तुललित गति विलास विलासित रुचिरहास लेशावलोकलीलया किंचिद उत्तंभित सुंदर भ्रूमंडल सुभग वदनारविंद श्रिया रामं रमयन् इंद्रियाणि रमयते. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. They have to read the translation also, Prabhu.
17th verse. I'll.
Thank you. Not able to hear, Prabhu. Are you? Can you hear me?
Hare
Prabhu?
Krishna, Mataji. Yes, Mataji, you can recite, Mataji. Once you recite, thereafter we go to the.
Till 17:1, Prabhu. Shall I recite?
Yeah, please, Mataji.
Tad Bhagavato Mayamayam Rupam Parama Samadhi Yogena Rama Devi Samvatsarasya Ratrisu Prajapate Duhit Bir Upetahasu Cha Tad Bhartrubir Upasate Idam Chodaharati. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Let's go to the translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Text 16. In Ketumala Varsha, Lord Kamadev Pradyumna moves very graciously. His mild smile is very beautiful, and when he increases the beauty of his face by slightly raising his eyebrows and glancing playfully, he pleases the goddess of fortune. Thus he enjoys his transcendental senses. No translation by Prabhupada. Let's go to 17. Accompanied during the daytime by the sons of Prajapati, the predominating deities of the days, and accompanied at night by his daughter, the deities of the nights, Lakshmi Devi worships the Lord during this period known as the Sambhatasara in his most merciful form of Kamadev. Fully absorbed in devotional service, she chants the following mantras. So the mantra will be followed in the next session. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. The word Maya Mayam used in this verse should not be understood according to the interpretations of the Mayavadis. Maya means affection as well as illusion. When a mother deals with her child affectionately, she is called Maya Maya. In whatever form the Supreme Lord Vishnu appears, he is always affectionate towards his devotee. Thus, the word Maya Maya is used here to mean very affectionate towards the devotees. Srila Jiva Goswami writes in this regard as the Maya Mayam can also mean Kripa Prachuram, deeply merciful. Similarly, Srila Vigraha Raghava says, Veera Raghava says, Maya Prachuram Anantamaya Sankalpena Parigrihitam Itya Arhat Jnana Prayoyo Atra Maya Sabdaha. When one is very affectionate due to the intimate relationship, one is described as Maya Maya. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained Mayam by dividing into two words, Maya, Amayam. He explained these words to indicate that because the living entity is covered by the disease of illusion, the Lord is always eager to deliver his devotee from the clutches of Maya and cure him of the disease caused by illusionary energy. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakyurunmilitam Jainam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manohistam Stapitam Jaina Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Maiham Dadati Swapadantikam. Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Jutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavan Shamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Nidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nitansha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Mancha Kalpatarubhishya Kripa Sindhu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Panchatattvatmakah Krishna Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avataram Bhaktaksham Namami Bhakta Saktikam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All glory is to Srimad Bhagavatam. So in this particular chapter, that Jambudev, the prayer of the remembrance of the Jambudev, the residents of the Jambudev. And we have already heard about the two very important prayers, Bhatrasrava and Hayashrida. We heard about their the prayer, and Harivarsha, and they prayed to Narsimhadev. And now Ketumala Varsha, this is the prayer that we are going to hear. And in the Ketumala Varsha, we are talking about the prayer to the Kamadev. In the Bhartasrabha, they were praying to Lord Vasudev. In Harivarsha, they prayed to Lord Narsingadev. And now in this Ketumala Varsha, they're praying to Lord Kamadev. This is the different Vishnu Tattva incarnation of Lord in different form. And the different places are being worshipped as well as they remembered the Lord in different forms as well. Now we'll be discussing about the Kamadev, the Lord in the form of Kamadev. And you all know the Kamadev is the personified god of desire and love. The desire and love. What is desire? We all know that. And what is love? That also we try to know, but it is all experiential. Many of us, you maybe whatever love that we are experiencing in this material world, or maybe in our limited world, may not be sufficient to elaborate or may give the experience of the pure love. But the personified love, the god of love, is Pradyumna, that is Kamadev, that is the expansion of Lord himself. The Lord had expand the first, the expansion of Lord, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, right? And Pradyumna is one of them. And here, if you remember, there is a wonderful pastime of Kamadev, who is incarnation of Lord, and he's taking responsibility to create passionate desire among human beings.
Not audible, Prabhu.
Sorry, Mataji. Am I not audible properly, Mataji? Give me a minute.
You're audible, Prabhu.
Okay. Am I audible properly?
Audible, Prabhu.
Yes.
Audible.
So here we are discussing about the Kamdev, and Kamdev got the responsibility to create the passion in all the living beings. Karana Gunashangasya Satasat Janma Jonishu. And the entire creation was being given the responsibility of the creation to whom? To Brahma. And this is coming as a Raja Tattva, that is Tattva for passion, mode of passion. And unless and until we have a mode of passion imbibed deep inside the mind, body, and heart, it is very difficult for a living being to perform his duty. And that's why the Kamdev play a vital role here. But when the Kamdev, if you remember the story of the Lord, the Kamdev, while Lord Shivji was performing his meditation, deep meditation to Lord Krishna, and Kamdev came in the form and he wanted to disturb him by imbibing the desire. And immediately what happened? Kamdev was destroyed. He was born to ashes. By whom? By Lord Rudra, Shivji. And here we'll also be discussing what is the cause and what is the effect of those particular illustration and what we learn from that. This is very, very important for us to understand. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that I am the Kama, the desire is me. And also the strength is me, Kama, Balo Balavatamaham, Kama Raga Vivarjita. Kama and Raga, attachment and the desire. Without the desire and affection, the strength is me. But again, Krishna says, I am the desire. Kamosmi, I am the Kama, I am the desire. And he's definitely expanding himself in the form of Kamadev and just to imbibe the passion, the desire in human being. And this is the desire that moves the entire world, entire cosmos. But what is the cause of that? The cause could be many. The cause is one, but the effect are many that depend upon the kind of desire that we are having. So here we'll be understanding how the desire personified, Kamdev, is playing important role in our life. And if you consider Kamdev in different position, in different aspect, we have different illustration as well as the understanding in different understanding in Veda, different understanding in Bhagavad Gita, and different understanding in Srimad Bhagavatam. But the whole aspect of the responsibility of Kamdev is just one, that is to imbibe desire and love in each and every human being. And because of the Kamdev, if you see, the wildest of the wild animal is also having the desire to survive, desire to excel, and also desire to have love with each other. Thanks to Kamdev. And in the second verse, that what we understand that they're worshipping Lord Kamdev. Sorry. Kitumal Barsha, they're worshipping Kamdev, and here Prabhupada mentioned about a wonderful point here. The Mayamayam, the word Mayamayam, the Mayamayam, that Vishwanath Chakravarti, you can take the example of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, what he says about the Mayamayam. The Mayamayam is divided into the word Maya and Amayam. He explained these words to indicate that because the living entity is covered by the disease of illusion, the Lord is always eager to deliver his devotee from the clutches of Maya and cure him from the disease caused by the illusionary energy. So here, the word Maya and Amayam plays a very vital role. Desire is there. This is the responsibility of Kamdev. But desire being, how the intent of the desire being manifested in the heart of the human being or maybe life, that is very, very important, crucial. How you are taking the desire is crucial. And in Rig Veda, in Vedas, Kamdev is described as Kamdev is having the responsibility of taking the responsibility of each and every living entity to move closer towards Lord. And that's why is given the word love is given so that they can be consistently, continuously, and undilutedly they continue their love to the Godhead. But what is the reason that we are getting victimized by falling prey into this material world? And that is called Maya. And in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, we just understand the only reason that we are getting the clutches of the Maya because of the Karana Gunashangasya. Ichha Dvesha Samutvena Dvanda Mohena Bharata. That Ichha, the desire, is also the form of the Kama, the desire. Because of the desire, we are getting victimized and we are falling the prey of the Maya. Ichha Dvesha. Because of the Ichha, the Dvesh, the enviousness get generated. And the combination and Ichha, that is the desire, and Dvesha, enviousness, that generate the confusion, Dvanda. Ichha Dvesha Samutvena Dvanda Mohena Bharata. Mastani Sarva Bhutani Swargajanti Paranta. And the entire cosmos is getting victimized because of this, because of the desire and the enviousness. They're getting confusion, and because of that, they keep on coming and going to this metal world, in the metal world. The rotation, the cycle, the vicious cycle is keep on happening. And when you understand in the deeply elaborated by Lord Krishna in the 18th chapter, he again re-emphasized all of these are boiling down to one thing, the Karana Gunashangasya. Karana Gunashangasya Sat Asat Joni Janmashu. And we are getting time and again, we are different yonis, different bodies, different forms, in different location, in different places, in different planetary systems, all because of the association of the karma, association of this mode, different three modes of nature. But since Kamdev is personified and he is creating the passion among the human being, and the Lord is more merciful. The Lord is more merciful again. He has given the power of passion, the imbibe the passion that is desire, but along with this, he has also given the wonderful grace in the form of the free will, independent will. And being a Tatastha Sakti, we have the independence to either move to Bahiranga or to Tatastha. But here, if you look at the duty and responsibility of Kamdev, is to bring closer to the Lord by purifying the desire and imbibing the love of God at the heart of each and every living being. That's what Kamadev does. But sometimes we don't understand that. If you look at the previous verse, the 13th verse, there's a wonderful point given by while they're praying to the Lord Narsinghdev. What he has given? Hitva mahastam jadi sajjate gruhe tada mahattam bapasha dampattinam. There are many ways that desire can be utilized, right? The desire can be utilized in many ways. The love can be utilized in many ways. The love and desire can be, you can practice this love and desire in any form at any point of life. But this love and desire is the make and break situation for a living entity, but particularly in a human being. What he says, that here the prayer says, if there are many reasons why the living entities, those who are in conditioned soul, they keep away themselves from the Lord. There could be numerous causes for that. Numerous, n number of causes to keep away from the Lord. And all is because of the desire and love, right? First of all. And what he has the most important, if you count among all these listed, all the listed conditions, all the listed causes, one predominant cause is the association during the conjugal love of husband and wife. Particularly has given Dampatti, Vayasha Dampatti Nam, newly married conjugal love. And this is very dangerous. What is given? What is that? Because of this newly married conjugal love, we start developing the attachment towards this grihastha. This is the point of developing the great amount of attachment towards the grihastha and family life. Stri kalatradeshu bhuvaneshu kintu. In the previous verses that in Srimad Bhagavatam we also understand Stri kalatra adishu. Stri means wife, kalatra means putra, your children, adi means ghar, gruhastha, and the house, the paraphernalia, your belongings, and everything. We develop a great attachment and we become gruhamedi. And that's why our desire and love get diversified and more inclined towards the Maya. That is the very, very dangerous situation. And here the word Maya, because of this Maya, the living entity is covered with the disease of illusion. Because of this, we are into the completely covered by the illusion. That's why it says the disease. Prabhupada says, Prabhupada was asked by a journalist. Prabhupada, a journalist came and asked Prabhupada, what you are doing? What is your business? Prabhupada says, look at. He just pointed out to a hospital and says, look at the hospital. And coincidentally, that was a word of the psychiatry hospital, psychology and psychiatrist center. And Prabhupada pointed out, do you know what is that? Yeah, that is the psychiatrist center. And Prabhupada said, I'm here to cure the disease, the mental disease. And thereafter Prabhupada explained, what is the mental disease that we all have? Forgetfulness. Forgetfulness. Because we forget Krishna, that's why we all are suffering. Because we forget Krishna, that we are all in the clutches of the Maya. Because we forget Krishna, that we are roaming around the world without knowing the objective and goal of life, without knowing the purpose of life. And Prabhupada, you know, the kind of courage and conviction Prabhupada has. And he bluntly says, we all are popped off. We all are popped off. And Prabhupada says, we have a disease called forgetfulness. And because of this, Krishna Bhuliyaji Bhagavancha Kare Pashate Mayatare Japuti Adhare. Because we forget Krishna and we are under the clutches of the Maya. Pashate Mayatare. Thereafter, the Maya will grab you. And we all are grabbed by the Maya. Pashate Mayatare Japuti Adhare. And how he is holding, the Maya is holding the tightly, very tightly, and there is no scope of escape. You try your best, you'll not be escaping. Because of this particular point, because of this point, what happens? Because Maya is and we are falling down and down and down. And this is the wonderful, this is a very precarious situation, not wonderful, this is definitely a precarious situation. Bhagavad Gita says this cause only start from what? The Kamdev, the misutilization of the power of the Kamdev, the desire. Dhyayato Vishayan Punsam. Even this starts with the desire. And this is the power of the passion, the power of the Kamdev. Dhyayato Vishayan Punsam. Sangam Teshu Upajayate. Sangat Sanchayate Kamat. This Kama, the generation of the desire. And this is the vital role Kamdev plays. But how we are utilizing that with our free will, independent will, that is very, very critical. And that's why when the desire, that's why out of this Leela, the Kamdevs, and he wanted to disturb Lord Sibji from the devotional service. And with the power of the devotional service, Lord Shiva could destroy the Kamdev. The destruction of Kamdev is a representation of two things. One is the complete destruction of the physical form of the Kamdev, and the complete destruction of the desire, nipping from the bud. The desire which is coming to me as a thread is getting completely destroyed from the nip and the bud, and completely nipping from the bud. But that only comes when we have the strength and the power of devotional service. Is exemplified by Lord Shiva. He's fixed in is very, very extremely fixed in the devotional service, right? Satatam kirtayantu mam jatantascha dhrudaprata. But Lord Shiva has got the power to protect himself from the desire coming inside. But what if we are not strong in our devotional service, not determined, not completely fixed on in the devotional service? Definitely, desire will come up in many forms. Samudra apam pravishanti sarve. The way the rivers are flowing from all the direction and entering to the ocean. Similarly, the desires from multi-direction, multi-facets desires are consistently coming to our heart and mind, entering into our mind and making us disturbed. So what Prabhupada says, 16 rounds of chanting is the shield. The 16 rounds chanting is the shield for you to protect yourself. Protect yourself. This is the fence that protects you. This is the shield that protects you. Let the desire be bounced back. And let's see, we exemplify this, that how the desire, once it was getting threatened from the desire coming, because of the power of the devotional service, he could protect and shield himself, and he could undilutedly, unadulterately, in the very fixed way, he could continue his devotional service. But in our case, it is very difficult. We can stop the Maya coming. And that's why the Maya keep in the illusion. And Prabhupada again says, everybody is in illusion. I am Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. I am in illusion. We are all in illusion. What is the illusion? I am the body. And everybody is popped off. Prabhupada in his language, he says, everybody is popped off and they want to be master. They want to be master over the environment. They want to be master in any forms and any ways. They want to be get mastery in their position. And everybody knows, even everybody knows that one day everything will be going. In the previous prayer that we already know, right? This is what a precarious situation for a human being. Because they know each and every man, every time, Badanti Visham Kavayos Naswaram, Pasyanti Cha Atmanaha Vida Vipashritaha. Each and every day we see somebody is dying among our relatives, among our friends, among our close kith and kin. But still, the Kavayas, those are wise people, they keep on wondering why people do not understand this. Tathapi muhyanti tavacha mayaya. Subhastitam krita ajma nato asmin tamaha. They're still going inside, deep inside. Definitely, if you look at the Aghasur, the pastime of Aghasur, there is two difference here. Here the prayer says, those each and every day, we all see that death is inevitable and death is coming to our kith and kin. But still we feel that we are eternal. What a precarious situation. And still they cannot forbid themselves going deeper and deeper towards the ditch. But if you look at the Aghasur case, let's understand this particular thing. Kutapunja Punja, if you look at the cowherd boys, they already got to know that it is spongy in the tongue. They started walking on the tongue of the Aghasur. And they could, as if they started dancing. And in the meantime, they could sense the smell, the very, very ardent smell, unbearable smell coming from the mouth of Aghasur. And they could see, understood. So this kind of gufa they have never seen before. And they also could sense there is a danger. But while doing that, they all knew. But what they are doing, the good part is that while going through this process, they keep on looking back. They keep on looking back. Each and every moment, every second, they're looking back. And what they saw, they only see Krishna at the back. Whatever comes, Krishna is there to protect us. That is the conviction. Even knowing that Krishna is that, Krishna is the protector, let's explore. But in our case, I am the protector. Aham mameti. I am the protector. I have the capacity. I have the desire. I have the, let me explore that. I can protect myself. I can keep myself safe. I'm capable. And if I do that, I'll be mastering over fear. I can master over death. And that is called Maya. That is called Maya. And but the word Amayam is very, 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 very powerful. Where Krishna says the cowherd boy is going inside the Maya. But the Amayam comes from the Krishna. The protection power. The love of Krishna is so powerful that even we are in the Maya, but we can be protected by the Amayam. Right? Eager to deliver his devotee. Krishna could seize those boy going inside, right? But again, he wanted to give a lesson. Even you are in the clutches of the Maya, going inside, knowing that you are going to a difficult situation. But in that case also, if you have faith in Krishna and if you are taking the center of Krishna, Krishna will give you the Amayam. Amayam. And Amayam, the word Maya Maya, is called the deepest affection. This love coming out of the deepest affection, very affectionate towards the devotees. That is called Maya Maya. And in the Aghasur case, Krishna could see that boys are going inside, deep inside, knowing each and every danger, but they are looking back towards Krishna time and again, time and again. With this, they were very assured that Krishna is there. If something goes wrong also, Krishna is there to protect me. Let's play with Krishna. Be part of the Lila of Krishna. And that's why the calm moved. That's the Lord protected. And this is the example of Amayam. If you look at another angle, there are three different angles that you can see. Number one is the cowherd boys. How they were moving into this Maya and being protected by this Amayam of the Lord. Second aspect, you can see that if you look Srimad Bhagavatam, that the primary level, if you look at our angle, being a neophytes or maybe entering into Krishna consciousness, or maybe those who are in the Mayavadi, those who don't understand the depth, they can see that the gopis are nothing but they have their lost and physical intimacy. They wanted to have physical intimacy of the Lord. That we can say that's the desire, the Kamdev in the personified form, in the form of the passion. You can say that. But that passion, that desire of having an association of the Lord, the conjugal love with Krishna, or maybe they want to marry Krishna, but the turn into the pure devotional service by the mercy of the Lord, that is in the form of the Amayam. And this is the example. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while identifying himself, says, Gopi Bhakta Pada Kamalo Dasha Dashanu Dasha. That's why Krishna says, I come to millions of the birth. I take the birth, the lifespan of the Brahma. And if you want to repay your loan, that I cannot do that. That desire turned into pure love. And that is because of the Amayam, the mercy of the Lord. The Kaliya wanted to master the river Jamuna, right? The Kaliya wanted to master this place called Jamuna, and he should be the king of that particular place. That is Maya. But the mercy of Krishna, that is Amayam, coming in the form of, and Krishna has given this mercy to not only to the Kaliya, but to the entire family. That's why we says, Jaya Jaya Dijapatni Nagakanya Gana Bhakat Bhakate Jaha Paile Jara Govinda Chara. Because of the mercy of the Lord, because of this devotional service, they could get the center of the lotus feet of the Lord. What could be the best shelter in the world if nobody understand, right? If Krishna is giving the footprints in the head of Kaliya for his family, what else can be done? I don't see anybody other than Kaliya having the footprint of Krishna over the head. And entire family got benedicted. And that is called Amayam. And here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, Maya Mayam is divided into two words. One is Maya, that we are all, and Amayam is the mercy of the Lord, and which all is eager to deliver us from the clutches of the Maya. Even the Kamadev giving the pleasure potentia, there is the desire. Still, he got the power to protect us and move us towards the love of God. But here, this is the very, very important points. And here, if you look at the prayer number 13 in this particular chapter, such a wonderful prayer that we must recite it, keep it in our heart and mind always. Always, this should be the desire of our life. What is the desire? Jasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarve gune tatra samashita sura haro hari avaktasya kuto mahatguna manorathena asati dhavata vahi hari sakhyat bhagavan sarirnam atma ishanam imatoyam ipsitamaha hitva mahattam yadi sajjate gruhe tada mahattam vayasa dampattinam. Such wonderful prayers. What he says. Fair again, this is the very, very important one. Jat sangalabdam nijabirya vaibhavam tathim muhuspurs samsparsutam himanasham harati ajantam susruvigat angajam kavena sevate mukunda vikramam. This is the desire. This is the real desire. This is the prayed by the citizen of Harivarsha, citizen to Lord Nrsimhadev. Oh Lord Nrsimhadev, give us the benediction. Give us the one boon, the devotee, the desire for devotee association. The continuous and consistent desire for devotee association. Longing for devotee association. And what is the power? For devotees, the lotus feet of Lord Mukunda is everything. Mukunda is everything for that. And when they speak, they only talk about Krishna, right? Machitta matagata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayanta shamam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. This only business is to discuss about the Krishna Katha. The only thing they will be speaking is Krishna Katha. The only thing they will be hearing is Krishna Katha. Because they are living and they are existing because of the Krishna. And when you get association of such devotee for whom Krishna is everything, and if you hear your glories, what happens? That will be going deep inside the heart, and at once it purify all the desire that is coming in between. That will killing all the desire, impure desire, right? And he had given the comparison of Ganga, taking bath in Ganges and taking bath in this Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha has got the power to cleanse from that very, very deep heart. But in order to cleanse yourself, you have to take bath again and again in Ganges, and that will also be not guaranteed or the assured state, right? But when you are hearing the Krishna Katha from the devotees, that will at once purify the heart. And that has been supported by many, many verses of Bhagavatam. Particularly, if you look at the Kapil Dev's advice to Devahuti, it says, Satam prasangat mama virya samvido vavanti hrutkarna rashayana katha tat joshanat ashu apavarga vartmani shraddha ratir bhaktir anukramishati. Gradually, these three things is definitely happening. He means this share definitely is happening. There is no doubt on this. There is no doubt on this. What is the three things that's happening? Shraddha, Shraddha, Rati, the attachment to the Krishna, to the Lord, and Bhakti is the devotion to the Lord. Shraddha, Rati, Bhakti, Anukramishati. Gradually, it is definitely going to happen. But by doing what? By listening Krishna Katha from the pure devotee. Shatam, Mama Virya Shambhito, my glories. The glories of the Lord. And then only this is the assured state of purifying the heart. Sunyatam Sukatha Krishna, Punya Shravanam Kirtanam, Hrudayantasto Bhadrani Vidhunoti Shrutaam. If you have that desire, that Kamdev, which is again giving you that desire, will also be protecting you as a Amayam. He himself will take care of your next step. How the devotional service will be personified, how it will be coming in the form of the creeper, and it will grow and grow and grow. You take one step, Krishna will give you 10 steps. The love and desire personified will be helping you. And that's why they're praying Kamdev to give the love of the Lord. Right? And we're very, very, very wonderful prayer, and particular this, you must remember this particular prayer. That is 5.18.11. Jasula Jat Sangalabdham Nijavira Vaibhavam Tirtham Muhu Samspurshutam Hi Manasham Harita Aja Anta Sushrvigata Anga Janma Jan Kave Na Saveta Mukund Bikramam. Who will lose this? Who will not take the center of the devotee? Who is the foolish person who will not take the association of the devotees? Aisa kaun hoga? Who will be the person? Who will be the foolish one who will not take this association of devotee after knowing all this? So this is the importance. This is how, this is a state that we can convert our desire, the material desire, into the spiritual desire. The material desire will lead you vritta praliyate. Gradually, time and fraction, it will lead us towards destruction. Dhyayato vishayan punsam, sangam teshu pajayate, sangat sanchayate kamat krodha vijayate. Krodhat labhuti sammoha, sammoha suti vipramam, sruti vransa buddhinasha achirena prashyati. Gradually, this desire which is imbibed in the mind and heart will move us towards destruction. But when we take the shelter of devotees, that desire which we are having will be moving towards the desire for Krishna, desire for longing with Krishna, desire to have association with Krishna, desire to have the love of Krishna. And that is Bhuta Sanatana. That we have the power, we have the independence, and we got the mercy of the Lord in the form of Amayam, that we can convert our material desire into spiritual desire. Converting from Vritta Praliyate to Bhuta Sanatana. Gradual destruction to incremental pleasure. Gradual destruction, incremental destruction to incremental pleasure. Incremental destruction to incremental eternity. Bhuta Sanatana. Incremental destruction to incremental eternity. What is the thin line in between? The only thin line is the desire. And where you can say this is the misutilization of desire versus super utilization, the proper utilization of the desire. Wahi Kamdev, the same Kamdev is playing in our heart. But if you play it wrong, you'll be moving towards destruction. And if you play it right, judiciously, you'll be moving toward eternity. And this is all in our hand. Uddhare Tatmanam Atmanam. The desire, we can do that. And if you do that, kamas, karmendriya, apnendriya pratipancha dhare kamna. And this is the definition of the material desire. Just for the sake of our own pleasure is defined as the kam. Krishnendriya pratipancha dhare premna. And if you're moving that things, that desire towards the Krishna, that desire become that converted into prem. And this is the difference. Apnendriya prativancha dhare kamna. This is the definition of the Kamdev playing the two roles. One is Kama, the lost, and another is the pure love. The same Kamdev. But how you are associating with the Kamdev, that is with you in your life. That is our choice. Basically, in order to get ourselves protected, that we must be eager to deliver ourselves. And unless we choose our association, unless we choose our proper association, we won't be having that wisdom how to pick up this choice. Basically, Prabhupada elaboratedly, very, very sincerely, he appeals, or maybe he given the instruction to us. Be careful in choosing your association. Be very, very particular in choosing the association. Never go for bad association. Always be in the association of sadhus. Because with the association, we are assured to be protected. We are protected. We are protected. Otherwise, the Kamdev, the law will be moving. The law will convert it into desires. And desire is nothing but the entanglement and falling down. Vritta praliyate. Let's move towards Bhuta Sanatana. Incremental eternity. And when you take the step of incremental eternity, Krishna is there to help us. Teshamaham samudharta. And that incremental eternity will moving toward a spontaneous eternity. Incremental eternity, the steps that we take as incremental, right? Association, chanting, Bhagavatam, the Seva in the temple, in Seva in various ways. But these are all incremental. But Krishna gives a spontaneous eternity. Teshamaham samudharta mrityu sansara shagara bhavami nachirat parthamai aveshita chetasha. The only desire that we have is to have the consciousness dwelling on his lotus feet. And we consistently, continuously, uninterruptedly, we continue our services on the lotus feet with our consciousness dwelling on the lotus feet of the Lord. What he does is spontaneously take us to the eternity. So let's be worried about, let's be focusing on the incremental eternity, and Krishna will help us with the spontaneous eternity. With this, I rest, and may I request everybody, if those who can contribute something with your wonderful words, that would be great. If you want to say something, or if you have any questions, you can take one or two, please. Hare Krishna. Thanks to Srila Prabhupada. Thanks to all of you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Prabhu, we knew Kamadev as the personification of lust, but now you said that he actually removes our desires and that consciousness, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. He is the one who is the personification of the desire, not lust, Mataji.
Oh.
Desire and also love.
Okay.
In the form of the desire, we misplay or foul play it, that we converted into Maya. And when we properly, judiciously pay, that get converted into love. That is
depends on our consciousness, Prabhu.
Yes, that depends upon our consciousness and how we are picking consciously using our intelligence and buddhi and vivek to pick up whether we be interested in desire or will be interested in love.
Oh, Hari Bol, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna devotees, any other comments, reflections, questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you for
Hare
the
Krishna.
wonderful class, Prabhu. You said we should remember one very important shloka, one or two. Can you just
Yeah, this is
share it?
verse number in the same chapter, Mataji. Please note it down, 5.18.11 and 12. 5.18, 11 and 12. Please remember, not only remember this verse, but also we should keep it in the heart. And I remember Prabhupada has quoted several times this verse, particularly the 12th verse. Hari avaktasya kuto mahatguna. Jasyaste bhaktir bhagavat akinchanaha sarva gunestatra samashita suraha. Hari avaktasya kuto mahatguna. This verse has been recited and been narrated by Prabhupada many times, various times.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, Abhayam, you explained very nicely, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Mataji. All glories to Prabhupada.
When you don't have the fear and you have the faith that he will take care, you will not have Abhayam in your heart at all.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Prabhu, for that wonderful class. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. And we shall all remember the word Krutapunda Punja. The Brahmaji came and see the cowherd boy dancing, playing with Krishna without having any iota of fear and doubts in the minds. No confusion, no doubts, and nothing, no fears. And he says, how can, in the conditioned world, conditioned metal in the planetary systems, how can that be possible? How can that be possible? It is not possible at all. But now he got convinced, Brahmaji got convinced. It is, this boy has come after accumulating their millions and the punya of their millions and millions of birth, and they could got this benedictions of playing with Krishna. And he says, Kutaha punna punja. Right? That's why we should, when we take the center of the lotus feet, automatically the punya will accumulate it at once. And we can be fearless. That is the assured state of being fearless. Abhaya Charana Aravinda. If you take the lotus feet of the Lord, we get this fear. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is given the assurance. There are two things that diminishes while we take shelter of Lord. We'll take the Srimad Bhagavatam. Two things. One is the diminishes the fear and diminishes the humam. Humam means glani, the repent, the glani, you understand? The lamentation.
Okay.
One is fear and second is lamentation. These two things, aponoti, that means gradually fall down. Thank you, Mataji.
Actually, in coming for the Mangalarti, Prabhu, I stay a little far from the temple. Of course, not very far, 8 kilometers, 8 or maybe more. So early morning to drive, I was scared actually. It's so dark how to go and all that. But then once my driver came, then he said, it's so difficult, Amma, unless it is. Then I said, okay. He said, go yourself, nothing will happen.
Wow.
So then I started coming, at least once a month, I just try to come. Now I keep chanting and then come, then no fear. No.
Prabhu, would you allow me to, I have a very wonderful experience. If you can give me 2-3 minutes.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Yes, Prabhu. In 2011-12, we are serving Noida temple in Delhi, near to Delhi NCR region. And 3 of us used to go to Mangalarti most of the time, thrice in a week. And since I used to be in a very frequent travelers, so sometimes I won't be joining, sometimes another Prabhu will not be joining. Or one day what happens, we had one Prabhuji who was, he kept on waiting for and Ghaziabad, if don't, I'm sorry for the offenses. Ghaziabad, the place we were staying where was very notorious, is very well known for the crime, right? And the Prabhuji went at 3:45 around. He started from home. And we used to walk every day, thrice in a week. So this time that me and Suri Prabhu were absent. So only Prabhu was there, and he was alone and waiting for us. By that time, 3 people came in a bike, and with pistols and the knife in their hand, they looted Prabhuji with their chain, with his purses, and with his wallet, with his rings. Everything they took away, and whatever was in hand, all were gone. After 2-3 minutes, all came back. 3 of them came back, and they said, Prabhu, you are looking like a Brahman, and you are wearing dhoti, tilak, kurta, and we felt very bad looting you. Please take it back. Please take it back.
Terrible.
And they give, not only that, Mataji, they given it back to Prabhuji. And Prabhuji was very merciful by heart. He says, they invited, why don't you all come to our temple? Whenever you find time, Saturday, Sunday, whenever you find time, please come to the temple. And one boy out of these 3, they turned up to the temple once. And you think, Mataji, how the mercy, the Maya and Amaya, that plays vital together. And such a merciful moment for that boy. He started chanting 16 rounds, he became a fully devotee.
Very bold, Prabhu. Very bold.
This is the power of association, the power of
Chanting.
chanting.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Even I have an experience, Prabhu. I am put up 4 kilometers from the temple. Rani Mataji once she took me by her car, and I traveled at 4 o'clock from my place to Banashankari. She was scolding me, how
Wow.
dare you are going alone. But there were a lot of people because there is a market also, and early morning vegetables and all will be supplied there. So I boldly walked, and it was such a nice weather also. Then again, in the mornings, I go with Sheta Mataji, but gradually she stopped going. But I wanted to go every Sunday for Mangalarti. So I said, I will. I asked my Prabhu, he also accompanied me once in a way. But finally, I made a bold step that you put me in the auto, I'll pray Lord, and let the auto will take me to the temple. So sometimes I go alone also, Prabhu. Around 4:30, I'll be in the auto, and I just be chanting. And so far, they're all good, Prabhu. Nothing has happened.
But be careful, Mataji. Not this is the one side of the coin. Definitely,
Yes,
we're protected by the law.
Yes,
But in the meantime, also we should take the calculative risk so that.
Now my Prabhu is accompanying every day.
Yes,
I mean,
ma'am.
every Sunday. So things are fine, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. But this is, yes, Rani Mataji, what you are saying is correct. The fear goes away when you are taking the devotional service. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for giving me this great opportunity to speaking such wonderful devotees. Those are practicing day in and out, and they're putting lots of efforts in being in this Krishna consciousness. And I beg mercy from all of you. So please bless me so that I'll also be deliver the devotional service undilutedly, unconditionally to the lotus feet of Guru and Gauranga and Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, devotees. We'll end today's session with Vaishnava Pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripasindhubhye
Patitana Pavane Vaishnava
Ananta
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bindu ki jai.
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद की हरि हरि बोल.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you once again for the wonderful class. We will end the Zoom session now. Thank you, dear.